Yo, day in the life of me, you know, sad day. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and think about all the things that actually really happens, the bad things, the right things, not just actually the workouts and all of that, protein and all of that. So I've been actually facing a lot since actually started all of this YouTube, and I started many things. So my life right now is kind of getting into a direction where I never planned to actually go. But for you guys, I'll fight for that. As much as I was actually, as you can see over this eye over here, it's not the same as this one. So over here, I had like an infection in the eye. So it was kind of bad, all of that. So I thought, yeah, I thought when I left, yesterday, it was a sad day for me. I lost the keys, everything went wrong. But I thought when I left and I went into an optometrist, just for the eye to check, because it's actually something that I've been actually facing, for a very long time. I have an allergy in my eye, so whenever I do the workout, it's kind of, I have to cover because the sun and all of that in Cape Town is actually the sun just stays for the few moments and then it becomes raining. So right now in Cape Town it's raining and I haven't actually like did any workout, and I'm really depressed and I'm facing a lot at the same time. So it's really something that I've been facing for a long, long time. So right now it's cold and I'm facing a lot of things happening at the same time. So I'm really, 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 really trying to be strong. As much as I would say, like, sorry, as much as I would say, like, I'm really in a depressed position right now, because next year I'm actually going to school. I'm going back to school. So for me, YouTube is the thing that I like the most. Whether you hate me, whether you're not you love me. For me, like YouTube can be something that you know can make it my career, because that's the only thing that ever since I've started all of these workouts when I was 18 years old. You know, I've seen like different things I faced in life. So it was kind of something that I fell in love with. The reason why I fell in love with like training and all of that, being a personal trainer, is when I was young. I fell in love with wrestling. All the fights. So I grew up with it, and I fell in love with like doing raps, freestyles, and all of that. So it was something that I was really, 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 really loving to do most of my time. You know. So when I was actually, cause I did my grade 7 in Eastern Cape, village places. Grade 7. When I was doing grade 8, I did it here in Cape Town. So on grade 8, I wasn't actually much open to it. So, but I felt like there was something like that I felt when I came back here in Cape Town, because that's where I was born. I was born in Cape Town, South Africa. So my mind when I would say my mind when I was in grade 8, it wasn't much open to it. So the only thing that was actually covering to me, it was like raps and all of that. So Eminem and all of that. Eminem covered most of the raps. Most of the fans, everyone loved Eminem. So it was something like that for me. The whole grade 8. So grade 9, when I was doing grade 9, yeah, I had like something open like to it when I opened YouTube, and I said, cause YouTube, I was introduced to me by my friend. He's one of my friends. I was introduced to him, so it was something. So when I was actually doing grade 9, as I was saying, I'm sorry, I was kind of disturbed, all of that, I have to, like, the kids and all of that. So as I was saying, like, from grade 9, I was facing a lot in my life, but I have like an opening mind to it, facing bad things, facing being into down on earth, and seeing like right things, seeing like wrong things. But for me, I would like to thank my friends for actually like introducing me into like fitness, rap, and all of that, because it was something that I usually like, but it wasn't much open to it. So like I met the friends that were actually good for me. So I faced a lot. We had down and ups, all of that. Usually I love my friends. I wouldn't say. So grade 10, it was when I fell in love with fitness. I was 18 years old, so I fell in love with fitness. I fell in love with like being a personal trainer, all of that. Imagine, like, you yourself, like I was putting my mind into this, everything, sacrificing myself, dreaming that when I finish high school, I'll be like a personal trainer, all of that. I'll be, I'll be there, the people. I'll be representing the people in any different way. It was a dream to me. It was something like I fell in love with. Whether I'm actually doing boxing, whether I'm actually doing kickboxing, whether I'm actually doing any kind of martial arts. So it was something that I fell in love with. It was like open. It was clear that I'm actually in love with being a MMA fighter, being a rapper, being a personal trainer. But mostly one that I've been focusing on like most of my time was being a personal trainer, because it was something that I fell in love with, and I completely cannot stop saying that. I stopped being a personal trainer, I stopped being an athlete, all of that, because it's something like it was something that I've been loving. So when I was doing grade 10, 11, so my friends were just introduced me into an anime and all of that. So they weren't just like anime, Attack on Titans, Chainsaw Man, and all of that, different animes. So I changed that into like different martial arts animes. So I find that. So that's where I fell in love with like being a personal trainer, being a fitness, you know. So grade 12, which I was doing it last year when I was 19. So this year I'm actually 20 years old, you know. So yeah, it was just something like I was completely trying to make it clear that this is something that I want to do. to everyone. I was covering up to my friends and all of that, So I fell in love with it and I love it. So right now, as much as I would say like being a YouTube or not able to find a job or something like that, so I was actually being focusing on people that love me, people that will really hate me, you know, being able to experience life in a different view. It was something that I wanted to like experience, all of that ever since I came, ever since like I finished my high school, which was like this year, June. I went to take my matrics, so it was like few weeks ago. So next year I'm going back to school. I'm applied. Being a personal trainer is something that I fell in love with. So let me know if it's the right idea for me to do or it's the wrong idea for me to do. I hope you subscribe, turn those notifications on. Please, guys, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers at the end of this year, 60,000 views, 3 million views on shorts, so I can be the partner of YouTube. I just want to meet more people, in life, because my family never liked what I always do, so it was something that I'm trying to fight on. If you fight with me in this one, then I'll keep on fighting with you guys. I love you. Peace.